not doing? Yes. Wow. It's a little chilly. Mm. But give God thanks, give him praise again. Oh my God, to be alive and well, yes. I had a good night's sleep. I had a good night's sleep. And I'm realizing that I'm doing very good sleeping lately. Doing good sleeping lately. Yeah. So yesterday morning it was a good morning. Last night it was a good night and alive, yes. And this morning we just want to conclude up 2 weeks of teaching, of knowing our lineage, where we're from, do you know who you are, some of the topics that we highlighted. Last night we spoke about women of great importance in the Bible. We will continue on that tonight. But we will conclude up now on the race and nation of knowing who we really are. And I am refreshed and renewed in my brain and my knowledge, and I give God all the praise, give him all the glory. Give him all the glory that he has. Good morning, Yvonne. Thank you for praying for my mom. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, what a glory. Oh Jesus, we give you honor, we give you praise, we magnify your name. Girl, what a testimony. People on the live. Yvonne is saying to those who know that we prayed for Yvonne's mom the other morning, I said, God, Yvonne is giving a testimony this morning saying, thank you for praying for my mom. She's out of isolation and in a regular room now. Who could it be? So, you see, when we come here, I said, don't try to tell me that God is dead. He woke us up. You see, I'm going to go into a teaching this morning that some people, we may be the first for you. This is the closing up on it for now. We'll get back to some of it in a later time. But let me say this to us. And I want to declare it again for those who still not sure who Jesus is. That there is a God. Let me explain the God again on the live for those who will watch and watch after. There is a supreme power that controls the universe. The earth never just evolved without a knowledge behind it. Let's look, just think deep, people. Think deep, no? Think deep. The world never evolution, right? People have their own concept. But it then just evolve, something just spring out of nothing with no understanding. And then it come to, we now come, but we want to understand it. Why would we want to understand something that we can't understand, if so be it? Yvonne Enriquez said, happy Friday, liking the vibrant attire. Thank you, Yvonne. Two Yvonne is on this morning, Yvonne Joy and Yvonne Enriquez. Blessing to you. She was in grave danger, very sick. Let me tell you, with God, nothing is impossible. I told her, you know, anybody watch me carefully, you know, I came on this platform. I never come here, come declare who I am. Sometimes I wonder how people really know. When God have a calling upon your life, you just cannot hide. I remember, you know, back then, when I get messed up in the church. Yeah, man, get messed up in the church. Josh Isaac, Josh mom, good morning. Glad to see you on this morning, baby. How you doing? And you'll share a little something with you before I go into the teaching. You're going to love this teaching this morning. So after I went to a court, I did have a Rasta friend. He was the one teaching me how to play the guitar. And he had Good Morning Sunshine, and he had a problem with his child's mom. Took him to court for some maintenance and all of that. So the judge asked that he need a character witness. So he asked me was to accompany him to the court. And when I accompany him to the court, you know them time they sell a thing called sky juice, where they share the ice and put it in a one plastic bag and then pour the syrup on it. Some of you maybe remember one name sky juice. So I went to buy a sky juice. When I went to buy the sky juice man said to me, say, "You're a Christian man." Me want to say no, you know. Honestly, me want to say no because at that time I messed up, you know. At that time I was messed up, people. You know, me gave you the story already. I was messed up. So me no really want to say yes, you know. Lord have mercy, I love God so till. Looking, thank you, Jill. Me no want to say yes to the man because me know say at the time when he myself asked me if me a Christian. Sister Jane, Josh mom is saying, Sister Jane, don't get mad with me. I am asking if you did take the vaccine. Yes, I did. No, man. That is cool, Josh mom. Ishmael is saying, good morning. I love your outfit. Thank you, Ishmael. Josh mom, let me answer that for you. When the virus breaks out, I was sitting right where I am now in the Cayman Islands, and it was mandatory here. Let me tell you something. They have a very strict, this place is very strict system. It was mandatory that everybody have to take the vaccine, especially the expat. I show you what they did. I hope someone of them on the live will hear me. You couldn't get a work permit renewal going. You couldn't get nothing done unless you couldn't, when they start fly by plane, you couldn't go on the plane without you have been vaccinated. So they have a vaccine drive that you had was to take the vaccine. Some people still don't. They just decide say they wouldn't take it. But yes, I have taken the vaccine 3 times. I have taken the vaccine twice in the Cayman Islands, and when I went to Jamaica, I also took the vaccine, the booster shot. So I have three times I took the vaccine. Now you want to ask me my experience? I have no reactions to the vaccine, and I think I am in perfect health and I'm doing quite well. I was scared at first and the onset and I didn't know. What I did was to go back and research what happened in the last pandemic because I didn't know nothing. I heard of pandemic, epidemic and all of those, but you pay more attention to epidemic more than pandemic. A pandemic is universal. Epidemic may just be in your here or your country or stuff like that. So I didn't pay much attention to that. So I did some research. I love to research, you know. Anytime I have no knowledge or nothing, I'm going to look up and see how best I can get something from it. That's who I am. And then it tells us about the struggles and all what's going on, how long it take them was to find a vaccine to help those people back then. You know, most of the folks those days, they would depend upon the herbs because they didn't have the access to health care as much as we have it now. So that's the difference. So yes, to your question, I took it. I got 3 times I took it because you know you have to do it 2 times for it to be the complete dose, and then I add the booster. Not sure I want to take anymore though. I didn't have no much reaction. It's just like a little tingle. The first one I actually felt nothing. The second one was actually when I felt a little tension, like, in my head. Never last I took two Panadols and that was it. And the third one, yes, a little, you know, no, nothing to scared anybody. Yeah. Oh, Jill is saying, oh, actually, I plan was to say it when I upload a video, but since you asked it, I'm going to tell you. The small one is named Kunkan. And actually, I didn't know that was a scientific name. When I was purchasing it and I went to the cashier, she never know what the name is. And she never knows. So she asked the supervisor what was the name, and it is Kunkan. But I remember the fruit as a child growing up in Jamaica. We did have that little fruit. I think we call it what was the name? But it wasn't Kunkan, but that's the scientific name. It can eat, just wash it and eat it in the skin just like that. But I tried to peel it. Somebody was telling me under the comment. But I know that you don't have to peel it. But because I want to show you that it was, first time seeing it, it was more like an orange inside of it. It's not that sweet, but the thing about it, if you do a research on it, I tell you I research everything, it has more vitamin C in it more than all the fruits. But it's not something that you can get all over the place, it seems like. But I saw it and I purchased it, research it, and that is what I'm going to do. It's just like the dragon fruit. I am telling you, there's something about the dragon fruit. There is something about the dragon fruit, and you need to really. I've never seen the dragon fruit in Jamaica. Let me be reasonable with you. If anybody on this live can tell me it's there, tell me where you can find it. I've never seen it. The bigger one was a tangerine. The bigger one was a tangerine. All right, hold on. I think I have 1 minute. Let me get it. Don't move. None of you move. This one is the tangerine. No, we in Jamaica don't, our tangerine is nothing like this. You say it look like an orange? It is tangerine. Let me show it to you. See? You know, orange skin the peel off like this, right? So it have to be tangerine. It's tangerine. I think these tangerine are from in the United States, somewhere up California. So you see, this is tangerine. See? Let me peg it and show you. It's tangerine. See that? So the big one was tangerine. No, this is the small one. It's named Kunkan. This. It can be eaten just as it is. Wash it and eat it just as it is. I think this is also from, not sure, but I saw it in the grocery store and I purchased it. All right. So that clear up for the fruit, even though you have to do it over again for the other people, right? So try add. Please pray for me. I had a neck and I had a neck and head pain that is, let me read what he's saying. That is, here in my name is Beverly. Okay, Beverly, no problem. We will pray for you. Yesterday, oh, that's what Jill was saying. Let me see what the next, okay, we don't have the type. I don't think so, Jill. I don't have, it could be there, but I have never seen it. So I left to be corrected for that. All right. So this morning I want to see if I can, finish up on the topic that we have been on from last week. There are still some missing parts from it. But I just want to clear so we can move on to something else. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So we give God praise, right? We give him glory. We give him honor. It's altogether lovely. It's altogether wonderful. And we love him because he first loved us with an everlasting love. And I have no other way to live my life at this time but continue serving God. I don't know about you, but I'm here to share my views to let you know I have no other way to live my life but keep on serving God in spirit and in truth. So we want to continue to look at the sons of Noah. And in conclusion this morning, we're going to place the special emphasis on the black roots. And as I said before, I will say it again. I am not a racist. If you ask me by choice, if I did have a choice to choose my lineage, you want to hear the truth? I would not choose to be black. And I know somebody on here not going to like what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you why. If God know why he chose me in this lineage, but if I had a choice, I wouldn't want to be black. Anybody understand what I'm saying here? I know most of you here are black, you know. So when I say like that, you wouldn't understand. Oh, I feel fearless and content because of my faith. Well, that's what made the change. But I'm going to tell you why I said what I'm saying. Being in the black community and seeing how we operate against each other, it make me sometimes feel like I should be a part. Because when you look at, if we have a little argument with one another or some little discontent, we just try to resolve it in taking one another out, cutting up one and lick down and, you know, the terrible things them. That's what I don't like. The other set of people, them the white and all, they have them problem, you know, they have them ways and all of that, you know, but within their community, I tell you the truth. You see me now, me just love talk the truth, you know. Josh mother understand what me saying. Me want to know, that me can't change who I am, you know. I have to be content and live the way I am. There's no way to change it. But I'm saying if I did have a choice, looking around my surrounding and how we operate, me don't want to be a part of it. I see Uncle Josh mother won't understand what me saying. Let me see if I can break it down a little simpler. Jill is understanding what I'm saying, but I can't change it. Let me give you an example. I went to New Jersey and I stayed with bishops at their house, and they live in a, I hope they never say me talk about them business, you know. But it's just to share. Alright, me not everybody say that. So I stay at a place called Denville. In that community, it's a white neighborhood. I learned that there's only maybe 3% of black live in the neighborhood. And let me tell you something, people. You can throw a pin down and you don't hear no disturbance and no loud music and no bang bang and no that and I will tell you about that and this and that and all of them something there. If you don't understand what I say to you. And if I have a choice that I have the money to buy a home among those quiet people, me not gonna live amongst the quiet people. Or go live in a one gated, you hear me talk about living in a one gated community the other day. Me sort of love, me love to be at peace. So it's no disrespect on what I'm saying. I'm black. And me can't change that. And I tell you something now. Black man on the face of this earth is one of the most talented. So now you will understand what I said. And also the history book in the Bible will show us that God used the black nation to bring his glory out. So why wouldn't I want to remain black? Let me say, Elaine is saying, good morning, Auntie Jen and family, blessing. I very well understand what you're saying. She understand what we're saying. It's not this to this, my own self. I'm black. Never will change. So God used, and let me clear this before. Oh, Ivan Joy saying, I live in a Jewish community and I am the only black owner in the condo. I live in it. I live and it is clean and quiet. I know what I love when somebody understand what I'm saying, man. They behave different from us. Tasha Gay said, true, we are the first to tear down each other. We always fighting. We don't look out for one another or build each other up. Imagine, Tasha, I just love what you put there. So somebody's understanding what I'm saying. Beverly, how you doing? Good morning, Auntie Jen. Happiness, speak your mind. No, me just say, if I did have a choice with what me say around me. But me not had a choice. God know why. Because in order to have me to sit here, it's special in the sight of God. And then I'm going to show you now, thumbs up the live, everybody on the live, as you come in, thumbs up the live. I am going to show you now that I'm descendant, the black one. God used them mightily, more than all the other two brothers, you know. He used the same Canaanites and the Egyptian to affect and influence the Israelite more than any other nation. And it's the Old Testament is there to prove it. And in fact, their influence on the covenant people of God was tremendous. And very little is said about them there. Incidentally recalled history for Japhet race does not begin until, you never ever hear them talk about Japhet race much. They were certainly the layback type of people. And until now you can see that they are the type of layback people. They're not aggressive and all of this like us. It's history I'm teaching, right? Biblical history. And it can take us also into our black history. So I want you to understand that. I'm not racist. I'm just speaking the truth, right? And Lana Ainsley, good morning to you. How are you doing? So we're going to look at some significance of the black lineage. Like when we come on to the 12th tribe of Israel. When you come on to the 12th tribe of Israel and how rooted the black people are into the tribe of Israel. Because what we have to understand, you know, before they become, it was the Canaanites who used to be in the land, the black people, they did it before them. Out of the lineage of Am. And if you know, remember when I tell you about the story how they begin to fight and who take over the land and David building kingdom and all of these things that we spoke about yesterday morning. And then they begin to intertwine with each other now. The nation begin to intertwine and mix up. So you have now, root lineage and mix up back now with Japhet lineage and I mix up back now with Shem lineage and all of these things. Like in the case of Judah. Judah was an Israelite. But he took Tamar. And Tamar was a Canaanite. Oh my God. Lana, did I answer your greeting? Greeting to you, Lana. Jill said, every race have their indifference with each other. But I really think we as black behavior is terrible, aggressive, bad mind, grudgeful, selfish, and envious. And because, you know why we behave like this too? we have a tendency when we're wrong not to correct we're wrong. We embrace the wrong. Like let's say even those who are saying they're fighting for freedom for the black people. One of the reasons, why you find that the white man and the other people then scared away, Let me tell you something, They know we're not easy. And you see before them make you get them are gonna get you before we get them. The fear, as I see with them fearful. Some of them. No, we start to move from that era now into a more civilized time. So people thinking are more different now. And why was that so? Because Noah cursed Canaan, who was Ham's son. So you find that the lineage that will come or spring off of Canaan, they are the aggressors. So there's a lineage of the aggression coming down through the black lineage. It's true. It's clear, We don't want to accept it. It's up to us. But it is true. While there are others who were good. So that's how we have this mixed thing. Some are we nice, while some are we not nice. Too nice. All right. So I'm the greatest on the planet right now as I sit here and talking. The greatest fame in even sport shit. When you look at even boxing, when it comes to boxing, you put a white man and a black man in a ring. He must be really, really strong, people. You let me tell you that. He must be really, really strong, The history speak for itself. Let us just look a little at boxing, since we're talking about that. I'm coming to the teaching, just want to wake up your knowledge. So I'm not talk against my race because I want to talk against my race. I am my race, right? But the greatest boxer that we hear, and behind that we can go to more history. I'm Marcia Dirtaville. Hope you're feeling good by God's grace. Yes, I am. Lana Esha said, yes, I am blessed. Muhammad Ali, I wonder if I'm pronouncing it. Muhammad Ali was one of the greatest boxers of all time. Then you have Sugar Ray Robinson. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. And you have Joe Louis. And you have all kind of them. You have all of them coming down. If out of it you have one lost tree. Good, hello, Ola lost tree. You have George Foreman, you have Mike Tyson, you have Sugar Ray Leonard, you have Henry Armstrong, Ezra Charles. You can name them, man. Jack Johnson. Even if you see a man run out there a skin of color, of white, and win a race, check him lineage. I bet you check him lineage. Because your skin color is not your lineage. I want you to understand that this morning. They intertwine. And that's why sometimes you come and have the light color skin. But you check your lineage. Because remember, it's the man who plant the seed. So your lineage is from your father and not your mother. Alright, let me say it for everybody understand. Your lineage, let me say it again, is not your mother, is your father. Type in the chat if you understand what I'm saying here. Anybody understand what I just said? Type in the chat. I'm not going any further till you type. Let me say if you understand. I said your lineage, yes, Onika understand, is not your mother. It's the man who plant the seed. So the man may black and you come out a little clearish. That no mean say you're white. You're white. And for all, I'm sorry if I'm going to offend anybody on the live, but all who out there are trying to bleach to look white, you will never be white. Let me say it again. you will never be white. You hear what I'm saying? You could have buy out what they call it, all of the Ambi, all of the where they name now? Ambi and me forget their name. Remember Ambi, you know, me not forget Ambi. Because I remember back then I want to use Ambi, but my skin is so sensitive. Anyhow I put any of those things on my skin start to have irritations. So yes, back in the time, in the 80s, man, Ambi swinging a man, and when you go downtown, they have a retail, they have it, where you put in a one little bag, not the Nola, yes, not the Nola. And you want, because everybody want to have this little lighter complexion, to look like you're browning. Till they sing all one song about browning. No care how much of them you use, you still remain black. You hear me say to you, all you black people? I'm not saying you know to make your skin have a little skin tone. You don't need none of these things to have skin tone. I use absolutely nothing on my skin at my age. And my skin is not sibling and wrinkle. And I'm not saying you have to put on your little something them and look what you want to look at. You like Johnson is saying understand. Oh, me love when my people they understand. When me love when me saying things and the people come and understand. That is not stupidness I'm saying. Marcia Dirterville says so true. It's your father gene, yes, brother Candell. That's your lineage. So if we're all coming out of the lineage of no matter what color you have, you are black. Alright? Because I can tell you that your skin may look white, but your mindset is still black. So, and sometimes I realize I'm not shying away from it, but some of those who use these chemicals and them skin want to do all of these things. I saw a young lady the other day and I looked, man, the whole of her skin is breaking out. And I wish I would have said something to her, but I said, Jesus, if I go say something to her, she may go rush me. I said, oh man, left me alone and I feel your business is too fast. Because we're foolish, you know, with a love correction. Because I want to say to her, stop using what you're using. And I was going to give her something, tell her what to do in order to clean up those stuff off her skin naturally. Yeah, so we look at Judah was an Israelite, and yet he went into Tamar. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Pilot. Remember to thumbs up the live as you guys comes in. And then when you look at Salmon, remember we talked about it last night with Rahab. He was the one who married to Rahab. And Rahab was also a Canaanite. Can remember, you know, a Canaan, you know, Joshua them are gone now, you know. When the spy them went there and Rahab put them up, we spoke about that. So Salmon with Rahab. And then you have David with Bathsheba, who is also, Bathsheba was a Cushite. And you know that Cush is the lineage of Ham. Can remember that his son Cush is the father of Nimrod. I hope you remember the story, you know, that I'm teaching you, you know. So when you hear me talking these things, you understand. Evangelist said, Auntie, look how beautiful your skin is. I can't wait to go back to Jamaica to get some sun. Black is beauty. Black is beauty if we care ourselves, man. Listen to me. So when you hear me come out at first and me attack, I can't change who I am. So guess what? I accept who I am. I only was saying if I have a choice with how we behave, I would choose otherwise. But I can't choose nothing again. I am who I am. So can you say what to clean up the face, Auntie? I don't bleach though. It depends. If I see your skin and what is it, then I can actually tell you. But I can tell you from now that you could use the turmeric powder, make it into a paste, and try to use that 3 times a week. Wash clearly, and then buy a hydrocortisone cream 1% and use that also twice daily. And within the next 7 days onward, you will start to see something changing on your skin. Just as simple as that. Hey, that's a big, big advertisement, man. You know, a big advertisement. Okay, this is no joking, you know. Turmeric powder can clear the skin from them whole heap of something where you broke out because of using bleaching cream. Stop using it. Because from once you start to use a product and you see your skin begin to irritate, you need to stop. Can you see your skin start irritating and you, from you see little pimples start come out? Just desist. But you still want to go on with it. Good morning, Pat. How you doing? You know my skin can't take even certain powder. It's one product I see work for me. And it's Max. Only Mac. And I seldomly, only if when I'm in a certain mood or a certain thing, I may just use a little, you know, a little something for just pull up. But my skin is good, naturally. Like yesterday, what I did was giving my hair a little treatment. And I use natural stuff. I use avocado. I use honey. I use egg. I put a little essential oil in it. You can put lavender. You can put any kind of way you use. They have the a whole heap of them oil. One day we talk about it. And I blend them together. And I put it there in my ear. Let it sit there for quite 1 hour. Then I wash it out. My head feel like, you know, like the head was saying, oh yes, I need a special care, man, because you're not caring it lately. My head feels so different. When I woke up and look at my hair, you could see that the ear look like. Marcia Ramsey, good morning. How you doing? Oh, yes, Jill. You remember the pan cream for real, girl? Yes? Those days. Oh, Emerald Lang is... I love when I get confirmation, you know. Emerald Lang said that turmeric powder and the Cortisone 1% cream is absolutely correct. It worked beautifully. I am a witness. You see, somebody come here and attest to it. I don't come here and talk nothing, girl, unless I know what I am saying. I am a testament of it, and I didn't have skin outbreak. But there was a time when when my body was going through changes, I realized that I was having some pimples. So I went to this, not a dermatologist, but she has some background knowledge about doing facial and stuff like that. And I went to her. Somebody told me about her. And we sat there and she looked at my skin. She said, your skin is good. Your skin is so healthy. You just need to get it clear up. And she was the one who told me about the hydrocortisone cream with the 1% with the turmeric powder. She said she would even put nothing on my skin to damage it. So I know it works. I know it works. So that's a free advertisement you get on YouTube here. To really, and it can save you thousands of dollars. As simple as that. Next time I'm going to charge you for all them advertisement here. Alright. Mac. Mac is mine. Mac is definitely mine, Elaine. I heard people say the black opal. I never really use black opal, but I see people use it and it look good on their skin. For black people, there are certain things that we should use and certain things that we should use. We need to know our skin, learn our skin. Remember, your skin is also one of your largest organs. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you breathe through it. All right, so we're talking about the intertwine. So here we are Judah with Canaanite woman, so the Israelite, Salmon with Rahab, David with Bathsheba, who was a Cushite. We have Joseph, who married an Egyptian. And had two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. You know, you should have known all these things, people. These are some things in our genealogy coming down. Let me put my foot up. Yes, they intertwine. And Moses with Zipporah was also a Cushite. So you find that there's a mix-up back again with the nations. So the black roots, don't make nobody fool you. Like Israel is only just Jewish people, and the Jewish people are all of Shem descendant and all of that. There's a mixture. They intertwine. So coming down there, there's a mixture of all of the brother they mix up. So you could be, you don't have to be white, because this is a notion that the Jew are the clear-skinned people. Now, if any of you ever hear it taught that way, I heard it taught that way. I went to seminar and hear the teacher teaching it to the people. And it is not true. They mix up. So you have to trace your lineage to know what is what. And then we have men who shapes the plan coming down from the old patriarch who shaped the plan of salvation, coming right down to where we are now. The pharaohs from Egypt plays a part because God used them. Always use them to force the children of God. So sometimes when you say we are come up under pressure, that's something we do where we not do right, and God if we have to make something happen, make we have to call upon him name more, Good morning, Christ child. He's saying, lovely art, blessing to you. Thank you. For some situation. Because you know the old situation, we just talk about Joseph here. And that's another thing for we talk about. That Jacob's sons, right? And you know the names of the Jacob's sons. Let me give you them. Manasseh, Ephraim. You know he has 12 sons. And you remember one man when I talk about Rachel and Leah. Anybody remember that story? You see how everything will come back into it when that's why you must listen and remember what you were taught. Once you remember and listen what you were taught, when we get back to some stuff, it becomes so easy. And Leah was one of them who have the most sons. Anybody remember how many sons did Leah add for Jacob? Type in the chat. Let me see if you remember. How many sons did Rachel has for Jacob? Quick time, you must type it. Otherwise, you're going to try to look for the answer now. I taught you that. I spent so much time on that. How many sons did Rachel has for Jacob? Jill said 6. Happiness said 3. Waiting for everybody for answer. I want to see the answer them in the chat. I'm waiting for more answers. Emerald Land said Leah had 12 sons for Jacob. Still waiting for more answer. How many sons did Leah has for Jacob? All right, let me see now. Christ child, so I'm guessing 3 sons. All right. All right, let me go back to all of them now and see. Jill says 6. Happiness says 3. Emerald Long cross out in answer. And Jennifer said, just coming, what was the question? How many sons Leah has for Jacob? Anika Bennett said 7 sons. Lana Angel said 2 sons. Christ Child says 3 sons. Jennifer says 8 sons. Bada Condell Beverly said 7 sons. Pat says 6 sons. Elaine says 7 sons. And M Happiness says 7 sons. So you see, all of you giving me different answers. So you know that. You know that some of you wrong, right? You know, I can't believe me come back and ask the same question. I remember when we talk about it, I emphasize so much on it, you know. And I really can't believe that my students are coming and fail. Some of you are very correct. Ivan Joy said Rachel had 2 sons, Joseph and Benjamin. Yes, but that's not the question I asked Ivan Joy. I am asking how many sons did Leah add for Jacob? All right, let me see if we can remember from our thinking, right? So let's reason it out now. I'm not telling the answer now, but we're going to reason it out. Oh, Christ Child said, boy, I really need to tidy up my Bible study. Lana Ainsley says 5. All right, let's look at it. If you remember, we talk about the story, right? So we're going to talk about the story later. I'm not going into the Bible now. I'm not looking at the Bible. You must try to remember things like this. So the story of Rachel and Leah is that Jacob labored for Laban, wanting Rachel to be his wife. And he labored for 7 years, and when the 7th year come, Laban didn't give Rachel to Jacob. He said the second one cannot be married before the first daughter because that was the custom of the time. So then he gave Leah, and he took Leah, and Leah conceived and have. But then when he worked 7 more years, he got Rachel. So he ended up having the 2 sisters. And then Leah bore him children. And then there was a time now when Rachel, because she had the main wife now, because you know who the man love her really, that the one him put out the interest to. Just reason with it. And then now, but she couldn't have any children. So what Rachel did was to give her handmaid. Remember last night we were talking about the same thing. When you cannot conceive back in the time, it would be that you give your handmaid. So he went into the handmaid and bear children. Now when Leah saw that also, she gave her handmaid also. So that was a whole mix-up story. You remember that story that we talk about? So Leah ended up having 6 sons. Boy, that woman that is strong, you know, man. For some reason, they back in those days, man used to be born more than female, man. The woman then could have just have a boy picking them, man. Lala, Asha said 1, 5. Man, you have a whole heap of answers. All right, let us clarify that a little. If I move from this, you know, we're going to end up not finish the teaching, but let us just clarify that. For those who are on for the first time, they will get to understand it from the book of Genesis. From the book of Genesis. From the book of Genesis, chapter from the book of Genesis, chapter, let me read where it was again, Rachel and Leah. Oh yeah, Genesis 29. You can, for those who don't know, you can go and read Genesis chapter 29. It's a lovely story there. You will get so much out of it. You will laugh yourself at it. It's a wonderful story. I don't have the time to really go through all of that story. And when you read it, you will see where the whole mix up of Rachel and Leah and the envying and all of them something there. Alright, but I just gonna go now from Leah verse 13 of 30. And you can read chapter 32. It continues right down there. So verse 18. And Leah said, God had given me my hired because I given my maiden to my husband, and she called his name Issachar. So it's Leah maid who bear the child that is called Issachar. And then Leah conceived again and bare Jacob six sons. And Leah said, God had endued me with a good jury, and now will my husband dwell with me because I have bore him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun. So you can, it's a good story for you to know. Then when you talk about the 12 tribes of Israel, you will actually remember that these are coming from the old mix-up story in a Genesis with Rachel and Leah and their handmaids. Out of them bear Jacob 12 sons. And those 12 sons becomes the 12 tribes of Israel. So when we talk about, when I spoke about a while ago about the tribes, so you all get the answer, right? It's right there in the book, Genesis. So you can read Genesis 29 and chapter 32 will give you. So we were just talking about how they come back now and they intertwine. So Judah, who was Judah's mother? Let me say if you remember right here. Who bare Judah to Jacob? Type in the chat, people. I teach you all of this already, you know. I don't love how you're not learning that, man. Who was Judah's mom? Everybody in the live. Don't go to no Google. Don't go to no, just be honest right where you are. You were taught. Yes, Evangel. Leah. Leah. And you know why I ask you? You remember how I emphasize about Judah? In order when I was saying that, you know, she was rejected. Even though she was bearing him son. But she have a Judah. And what did I say Judah mean? Judah mean praise. I said out of rejection come praise. And I even said to us on the live that you could make a sermonette around this. You forget that. Judah mean praise. So she was rejected. Cause the truth of the matter, Jacob never really loved Leah. Leah wasn't his heartbeat, you know. And that's one of the reasons why when a man don't love a woman, you know, it no matter how much children you have, it no matter what you want to do, his heart is not there. And that's why she keep having these children, just because she believes that she having all of these would draw him to her. No, that was who he loved. He loved Rachel. Rachel was who he wanted. That's who he loved. And we are seeing it play out even in the the story that, you know, we have. No, I'm going to upload a video after. You need to watch it with Sylvia and his wife. He made her see her as a young girl. Yes, she looked good and all of that. But deep in her heart, I never she him love, you know. It was a shame love. You can see for yourself that at the court hearing, the first wife present herself at the court. Meaning that him and her was still having a good relationship. I mean, I want to say because of the daughter. You may have children with man and then in a them problem and sitting then go solve themselves out and all and then something. But me a business in it no more. We move on with our lives. And it could be well be. That's who we love. Exactly, Joy. Jesus is from the tribe of. We did this study, you know. It's just that all of who on the live know that I spoke about it before. And I said, remember this because we are going to come back to teaching that will want us. Because Judah will be mentioned in so many times, in so many ways that you need to know. And so you remember on this live this morning that Leah is the mother of Judah. Where the man heart is. So Leah did have bear children till she have 6 sons for Jacob. And still yet, Anna, you're in love. Imagine. Oh my God. You imagine someone will still lay down with some people and hug them up and make love to them, conceive for them, but deep in their heart, Anna, you then love. You wash for them. You cook for them. You iron for them. You keep your place clean. You do your housework. You do your yard work. You do everything. You're buying fancy this. You're buying fancy that. But it's still not you. Good morning. Let me see some of the comments here. Yvonne Johnson. Good morning, my sister, and each and everyone in Jesus' name. Blessing to you, Yvonne Johnson. Barbara said, good morning, Auntie Jen. How are you? Love you too, Barbara. Happiness said, maybe she accidentally got pregnant and the wife left him. Now maybe he blame and carries resentment for his first wife. We never, something, Happiness, something about it. You hear me tell you? And it is clear from Bible days, you know. If you notice, even when I want to use that in our Bible teaching, but sometimes some it can be. She keep bearing him children. Maybe what's to say, she just left herself. Because people of those have sense and knowledge. And we are living in the 21st century where knowledge we know. And I like in my days, me not to understand nothing about family planning, you know. I think they used to have one thing called Pearl. Anybody remember about Pearl? Boy, when me take the Pearl one time, man, me feel like me sick and want dead. So me not take no more. 4 boys. Rich Ray, 81, 89. Blessing to you too. Doreen said, blessing. Sister looking lovely. Thank you, Doreen. Are you getting what I'm saying? Pearl 1. Remember, some of you on the live don't remember them story there. We are come from a long way, man. You got a clinic and a Pearl, then give you some little pill to take for birth control. And people, it wasn't effective all 100% because there were people who were, I mean, I don't know if I missed one day or what, anyhow, but people were getting impregnated even though they were on it. So it's not like, in my time, you never know if now you have something where you put in your hand for 5 years, and you have one next one where them say them insert and them have. So I never, and maybe that's why I'm still strong, you know, because some of these will heap of something with them I do not really healthy at the end of the day for us. So what I'm trying to say here, if a man don't love you, and it's in the book here, in the Bible, Jacob is not Leah in love. You imagine a man have to be there making love with a woman because he was forced to take a woman that he never really love. But because his ego would want a woman, he just lie with her and just give her children. Oh, Pat says she got, a lot of people were talking about it, man. That the pearl wasn't really 100%. So Leah is the mother of Judah. Why is it important when I talk about Judah? Judah was an Israelite, but the woman that he married or took for wife was a Canaanite. Now, after a while, in back in those days, you should not marry out of your tribe. And we see it in the case of Samson. When Samson go take the wife from the enemies, and the mother and father never like it, and you see what happened. But God having planned to do, so God used the same people to push his people into their purpose. His body was there. Good way to put it, Jill. His body was there, but his mind is on someone else. Somebody came to me one time, and they were having some issues. And she was saying, while they were making love, how she know that the man had somebody. While they were making love, the man, well, sometimes we get into that section there. We don't want to be rude on the live. But this is adult content. So no picking is supposed to over upon my channel. So instead of the man, if we say Auntie Jen, the man said, Jill. For sure, he said, no. And Auntie Jen upon the man mind, a Jill upon the man mind, Anyone of you ever have any experience like that? Type in the chat. I'm going to type in the chat, man, and live up the chat. Dorina dead with laugh. Lord of mercy, help me. No. No, no one laugh so early. Lord of mercy. Me not tell the lie now. Me not tell. Oh, have mercy. Oh, help me over upon this live this month. Oh, Lord have mercy. No, sir. No. Imagine, huh? No, me can't know what sweet me so. Imagine. Imagine, a time of enjoyment, man. The man I call different somebody name. Boy, me take me to push him off, Honestly to God. You call somebody name? Oh, Jen, I purchased these header up downtown Kingston and West Street. You going to town? You're going into Kingston? And Jennifer, type in the chat. Let me give you exactly where you're going to find them. Let me read what Jill said. But if that ever happened to me, that would be it for me and him. No, man, that was passing. I believe me, I never laugh, I never laugh, but I feel real bad because the situation, me not going at it because, the situation was really bad. and your person was, reaching out to me, and she was saying that me never laugh. Me never really laugh, 'cause it wasn't a laugh matter at that time. Because when you're looking at, when it comes to marriage, we don't laugh about marriages. But honestly, looking at it now, it just said, oh, you know, it was just, it was just something else. Man says, oh Jesus. Come on, and the thumbs up the line. Jennifer Simpson, yes, and I keep searching for them. Oh, no, but you should have asked me, man. You're not going to find them like that. Let me tell you where you find them, Jennifer. When you go downtown and West Street, West Street, right? That a way down forgot to the bus park. So the street that run that way goes straight back up to Airwood Street. That street goes straight back down to the seaside there. It's called West Street, right there. So you have West Street, Beckford Street. I think maybe you're coming off at the Big Tree. So if you come off at the Big Tree, you're going to go on Beckford Street and go straight down to the end of Beckford Street. Right there when you reach that junction, you're going to see West Street. It branch like this. So you're going to turn that end up, go back to the seaside. Now you're going to look for a store where's store name now, dear father? But in that store, they sell a lot of Jamaican t-shirt and some whole heap of beads and all of them little stuff they sell in it. If you do selling and like you're buying Jamaica stuff, key rings, ear bubbles, and all of them things. I forget the name of the store, man. Cheese and peace. Right in that store, they sell these. They are called, they mark turbans. Type in the chat, Jennifer, let me say if you know of an idea where I'm talking. If you're going in and don't ask anybody upon the site for show you where they sell the wholesale, we sell the Jamaica t-shirt, them and all of them something there. And the beads and all of that. Somebody will show you. It's right off on that bread right there. Yes, it's a serious thing, Jill. That's all man enjoy by thinking of, Pat said something here, Pat said, that's all that man enjoy to do by thinking of others. Because it may be, listen to me, we're talking big stuff here this morning. No, don't pass over Barry Street. So right in between when you come down Beckford Street and then you turn going back down to the seaside, don't pass Barry Street crossing, please. So right off there. So actually, Barry Street, the shop is closer to Barry Street. Maybe about 6 shops before you get to Barry Street. So right off that little vicinity, you can't last. What you can do, you can't last, man. Right off the side of Jennifer. Just go in every one of the store till you're going at them and you're going to see some beads. You're going to see the Jamaica stuff them. They sell wholesale bubbles and all of them stuff. Oh, Barbara is saying something very important here. Barbara said, Auntie, anyone who mourn and groan with other woman name in their mouth beside me, Auntie, I don't know if it will have a voice left. Boy, Barbara, I realize that you want a serious one, Oh, Jennifer have an idea. You can't right off there, right off that little part there. When you turn down from Beckford Street, so it's between Beckford Street and Barry Street, right on that part there, you will find it. They have them there. I think they're for $600 each. I started to buy some more. I get like them, I love them. When I get back home, when I get down back, I'm going to get myself some more of these. These nice. They just easily wear. Stop wear up them whole old big old broad hat and them something, and just put on a little thing. This how simple it is, and it look good. If I put a suit on with this and it look good, and I can fix this, I could actually put a rose in it right here. I could put on some sequins right here. I am going to decorate one and show it to you. Or you can just use simple things. You don't have to go into them big hat shop or buy the heavy hat. I can actually put like a feather here or up here if you want to give it that elegant look, you know, and just fix it. And it's good to go. Yeah, I saw them and I said, boy, these look real nice. And the prices were very good, 600 each. That's nice. All right. So that was the case with Rachel and that's what the case. All right. Once you hear the man call somebody, it shows you that he have other people, right? And because him have other people work. If it was you alone, he not supposed to call nobody else name. So that's it. So we're talking about Judah. Genesis 38. Genesis 38. I'm going to give you a little overview about this Judah and Tamar story because it's intriguing too, you know. It's a very intriguing story too. Listen to this. Thank you, Pat. Listen to this. And it came to pass that at times that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adullamite, whose name was Erah. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua, and he took her and went into her. Me just show you something with Judah. Maybe you never even read them story, I know. Thank you, MD ASCII is laughing. He said, you when you come over this channel, you must learn or get something. So listen to the story about Judah, you know. So Judah saw there was a daughter of a certain Canaanite who was Shua. And he took her and he went into her. So you know when the Bible say went into her, what it mean? Type in the chat. And he went into her. What it mean? Type up the chat, no man. Exactly, Jill. That's what he did. Look what Jill wrote. Exactly, Jennifer. That's it. Went into her. And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Ehar. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. And she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shelah. And he was Shebarim, which she bare him. And Judah took a wife of Er, his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. Oh, no, hear them kind of something, you know? Same how in daddy did mix up. A same way income mix up, you know? You're not following the story? You're not getting what I'm saying here? People on the live. Thumbs up the live. Listen what I'm saying again. Let me read the story for now again. We just talk about nothing new. And remember, we spoke about that a few mornings ago. So Jacob's son, Judah, went to his brethren, and he saw a daughter of a certain Canaanites, whose name was Shua, and he took her and went into her. So you must remember that. Shua, Shuah. I don't know, maybe the pronunciation could be different otherwise, but that's how I pronounce it. They're still happening, girl. They are still happening. Listen to all this man out. Look at it now. Listen to what happened. Listen to what happened. And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Er, right? And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. That's 2, right? And she again conceived and bare a son and called his name Shelah. That's 3. And he was at Shechem when she bare him, and Judah took a wife. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, who was Tamar. And Judah firstborn, was wicked in the sight of God, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Oman, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Oman knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass, when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, therefore he slew him. You never hear about the story about it already? That, this man who, you ever hear the story? This is the whole story about it. And the thing that he did displeased the Lord, wherefore he slew him. And then said Judah to Tamar his daughter-in-law, Remain a widow, thy father's house, till Shelah my son be grown. For he said, Lest peradventure he die. Also his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. And in the process of time, the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died. And Judah was converted and went up unto the sheep shear of Timnah, he and his friend Era and Adulamite. And he was told Tamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goes up to Timnah to shear his sheep. And she put her with a garment off from her, and cover her with a veil, and wrap herself, sat in an open place, which is by the way of Timnah, for she saw that Shelah has grown, and she was not given unto him to wife. Then Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot, because she had covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way, and said, Go, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee. For he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, What wilt thou give me, that thou mayest come in unto me? And he said, I will send thee a kid from the flock. And she said, Wilt thou give me pledge till thou send it? And he said, What pledge shall I give thee? And she said, Thy signet, and thy bracelet, and thy staff that is in thine hand. And he gave it to her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. On the hear them a kind of story. How could he not? You want to tell me say nothing at all, never really. There was nothing, not even hand nor foot or nothing could recognize or no say it was his daughter-in-law. Because the custom at those days, they used to wear veils. This time she never have on a veil. So is it a situation that he has never seen what her face look like? You know, sometimes you read something, you ask some questions. Is it that all along she was wearing a veil and you have never seen her? Anyway, let me finish the story. And she arose and went and laid by him. But you see, she too, she bad too, you know. Because she know it was him, you know. Let's look at it the other way around. He didn't know, but she knew it was her father-in-law. But because he had promised her also to give her the son, and she wait and the son grow up and Lord have mercy. This coming like in grandfather, in great granduncle did his father. by giving Leah to his father, which was not the promise. The same thing, him come back, I don't know, Him never give the girl the son who him promised. You're reading the story? You're getting the story? Because of that, now she gonna set him up. I say, all right, you know what, give me a son, me I gonna take you. That's what the story is saying, You don't want to give me a son. All right, watch this. Me want seed from this lineage. Purposely she went to trick him. I want seed from this lineage. So, all right, let's continue with this story. And Judah sent, all right, let me read verse 19. And she arose and went away and laid by her veil from her and put on garment of her widowhood. Oh, she put on the garment of her widowhood. And Judah sent the kid by the hand of his friend Adullamite to receive his pledge from the woman, but he found her not. Then he asked the men of the place, saying, where is the harlot that was? Then if himself said the woman is a harlot, why you want to go into her? So you see how much of the story come back as to come mix up just like in her father's story. You see, when we talk about lineage where some generation curse come down and follow it, even though this was in God's divine planning, because you're going to see what work out of it anyhow. But listen, so the people then said, then asked the men of that place, saying, where is the harlot that was opened by the wayside? And they said, there was no harlot in this place. No harlot no live here. And he returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in this place. And Judah said, let her take it to her, lest we be ashamed. Behold, I send this kid, and thou hast not found her. And it came to pass about 3 months after, that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar, thy daughter-in-law, had played the harlot. And also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, bring her forth, and let her be burned. Let me see what Anika said. Inez says, the Christian men in those days were wicked, some of them. I don't know if they were Christian, they were only coming down to a lineage of who God would use. But I don't know if them, I wouldn't say. And then in those days, the customs were different. Missing out, Anika Bennett said, miss out auntie was on a call, but you're talking truth. Don't worry, you will catch on it. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, by the man, whose these men are, am I with child? And she said, discern, I praise thee, who these are, the signet and the bracelet and the stuff. And Judah acknowledged them and said, she had been more righteous than I, because I gave her not to Sheila, my son, and he know her again no more. So now, while he was thinking, now I disgrace and shame him, now want to come out now, Lord of mercy, help us here on this live this morning. When him find out now, say I am daughter-in-law, the shame him now want bear now, You hear what I say? Send the man them to go get Tamar, that they could burn her to death. So nobody would even hear or exist about what happened, You know, it's a long time there's something I really, in the lineage I come down, And we are talking about something here very strong this morning. Listen up. But she's smart. She did smart. Oh my God. This woman was smart. There would be no weakness. And if the king, and if the master talk to you and tell you can't talk, so the man them when sent still couldn't talk. Him give the order, you know. Alright. So, but she did make him give her something as a token, you know. So now she have it for proof. And Judah acknowledged them and said she had been more righteous than I, because I gave her not Sheila my son, and he knew her again no more. So he realized why she do it, you know. He realized, yeah, because he promised her something and he never gave it to her. And that's the reason why she did what she did. And it came to pass in the time after her travail that the old twins were in her womb. A twin she'll get, you know. Evidence is key, Ines. Evidence is key. And she was smart enough to make sure she have evidence. Because you think she don't know? She have the evidence that she travailed with twin, that the one put on his hand and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass, as he drew back his hand, that behold, his brother came out. And she said, how hast thou broken forth this breach be upon thee? Therefore his name was called Phares. And afterward came out his brother that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was called Zara. What a story. Have you read this story before? Or you ever hear about the story about Judah? You said that the Bible having so much things that we can, there's some story, there's so much things in it to read. Jill said yes. Who else know the story about Judah? Type in the chat. Anybody else on the live know the story about Judah? Type in the chat. Only Jill say yes, so that means everybody else never read the story. Oh, we have a mighty long way to go on this live. Latania's Journey said yes, she know the story. Jennifer said don't remember reading it. Ines says I do. And the preacher, they love preach something from it sometime when they want to cover up their sin. When they want to cover up what they do, they talk about, and Judah had a praise. Judah had a praise. Judah had a praise, but Judah was not the perfect man. None of us is perfect, my people. Some of us, we sin at times. And look at Judah. Like when they want to come up then track and then talk about David. And David was a man after God's own heart. But tell us something, brethren, sometime the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And we are called man, and sometimes we have a weakness, my people. But God will forgive, man. God will forgive you. Look at David. I tell you, Journey's laughing now. Me hear them anytime me hear them start go around them look at something like that, me know them, you know. People on this life. It's anytime me hear the preacher them, I try to justify certain things. Me know them. Me know them. Yeah, and look at Solomon. Solomon was the wisest man. Solomon, and look at how many concubines and how many wives, and you know Solomon, you know Judah, and you know David, and you're not living in that time. You're living in this time and salvation. The Bible says you must be Let every man have their own wife. Different. Nobody go back in and it got justified. Let every man have their own wife. To avoid fornication, let every man have their own wife and every woman have their own husband. That's what we're living in now. So nobody use no Solomon business here. Nobody use no David business over here. Nobody can use Judah situation over here. And there's so many others there that we could talk about this morning. Mortify your members that are up on the earth. That's what we have talk over here this morning. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Oh my God. What a story, man. The father-in-law end up give the but you know, when I read the story long time ago, I said, no man. So she dress up different and nothing, not even nothing, you know, you not tell you nothing. Man, with a 10 for say, cause guess what? Him think I want all that. So you say, so the man in bad anyhow. Anyhow you take it him in bad. Because he believe that it was an all that he has gone into. So that means to say, he well want go buy sitting out there too. You hear them to Jill. Jill know what I talk about, man. So me you know hear them. Me hear me say, you say time me go nowhere and me listen. Apart from the singing and the shouting and the choir singing and all of that, and it sounds very good, it's a very good setting. My key interest in the service is the word. So when the word is going forth, he outsmart himself. When the word is going forth, I pay keen attention because I want to hear the message. Because I love also when I listen to a message that I can learn something from the message. Because I care how much you think you know. There is something, and sometimes the way or the other, I can be here saying something to you and somebody come back with the same thing and bring it out in a even more clearer manner and, you know, a more different way. And I could say to myself, oh, I could add this to something and make it sound, if you get understanding what I mean. So let me say, I can go back to this now. Oh my God, if we follow this. Hello, people, come on. Yeah, man, today's Friday, I don't never give me no stickers, nothing at all on the live. Just not even like a stickers them. Look how me are going to teaching. Come on, and like up the live and put stickers and super chats and oh, now I have a Zelle. Jill, I want you to type in this for me. I have a Zelle. I want you to type it in. Rose, R-O-S-E, lower cases, ROSEAN, ROSES @yahoo.com. So put it in the chat for me, Jill. And that's Zelle. If you want to make a contribution, it's my Zelle account is ROSEAN, ROSES @yahoo.com. You get that, Jill? Type it in. Or any one of the moderators. Jennifer, any one of you. You hear what I said? Just type it in. JC says, good morning. Good morning. All right. So we talk about Judah and Tamar. Right? She was a Canaanite. So that's how it happened. And then we have Salmon and Rahab. And last night we spoke about that. And tonight I want you to come back on because tonight we're going to talk about some more women. And we're going to share a diverse of both women in the Bible. So Salmon, because of she put up the spice that we spoke about last night. Sorry, so we don't have to do all that. Jay said, yes, I do too. That's why I don't like when they are playing music while preaching. No, word, we don't want to nice when the word. This when the word I go for. Them style music, rhythm, everybody. I listen to the rhythm more than the word. The word is important. Everybody do them thing different. But I love to sit attentively and listen to the word. Everyone listen to the word. So let me hear the word, man. And then some of the musicians, them when I see with this something, I make a pay noise, I may not hear the word. I want to hear the word. And then you have David with Bathsheba, who is a Cushite. She's coming from Bathsheba, is coming from the lineage of Ham, Cushites. When you hear the word Cushites, just remember Cush, right? So you find that the Israelite, David, now intertwined with the Cushites. Salmon again, Joseph, and we spoke about that. One of the day we're going to talk about oh, Inez, you're right, girl. You put it so right, Inez. You know, say that are the right answer, Inez. Inez says, him never have time to see who it is. Because all him want was, that's what him want. Him there no time. Yes, that's it. This is it. My son set it up for me. So that's for Zell. Zell, Rose and Roses at yahoo.com. Highness, if I was near you, I'd just give you a high five, guy. Give you a high five. I wasn't even thinking like that, but you hit the head and the nail. It was about him wanting to know who it was. All him want was that him did want. Can you tell me, sir, if you mean take good observation? Him Jason was too hot and fire, man. Well, one gonna let off. That's it, you know, you get, oh, yes, so I tell you that sometimes somebody can open your eyes to something. I wasn't even looking at that in the eyes, but so you touch the right thing, girl. Him name to want to know who it is. That's the same thing that we have today in our society today. A lot of men, they really even, all right, let me say to all of you on the line, I'm going to say something to you, make you understand. If, because when I learn, that's what I know. Even in my days when we look back now, I never know that I should really try to find out about the person, I never knew that. Just want to let off in steam. That the man did want. That the man did want. To let off in steam. So you're saying a man really take careful notice in asking a question. Who are you? You look like a widow. What was the name of your husband? In ask the question, the scripture say she take off her, let me look back at it, what it says again, before me quote it on. She took off her, right up here. As she arose and went away and laid by her veil from her and put on the garment of her widowhood. So she put on a garment showing that she was a widow. That means she's single. And him now will say he thought she was an harlot because where she sits. So if you see a woman, people on the line, make we reason out here. You see a woman having on her widowed garment. That means she was married and her husband died, so now she not have no husband. And you as a man, you would even say to her, say, what was the name of your husband? Or you would have said, so what happened to your husband and what killed your husband and all them something? You don't ask no question at all. And where are you from? Who is your parents? Come on, people on the line. No question you not ask. And some of us women too, we full too, So it goes around to, let me just eat some of it too. We met a man and he just said, beautiful, you're beautiful and you're lovely. I like how you look. I like how you shape. Man, and re. And you just start laugh up with him and he say, can I take you out? And nothing more you're not asking if your mother alive and daddy alive and when born and when grow which mountain and nothing you're not ask. Nothing you're not ask. All if I lie, man, tell you, man, ask question, make him tell you like I lie, them I go prove one day. Very quick. But ask some question. Sometimes we act too simple and silly. That's how I did in the past when I didn't have no much sense. Well, people don't understand now that is that I have a consciousness and I'm more mature. So when people are asked, so I'm making a married already, they don't understand the level of maturity. Will not let you go just run like a when you did young and have no sense like you're a young Ginny and go and run, go and jump up and jump up. No, Jennifer. This was Judah's son. This Tamar was Judah's son Er. Let's read back the passage. Jennifer must have come in late. Let me read it back. Genesis chapter 38. And Judah saw there was a daughter of a certain Canaanite whose name was Shua. And he took her and went in unto her. And she conceived and bare a son and called his name Er. And she conceived again and bare a son and called his name Onan. And yet again conceived and bare a son and called his name Shelah. And he was Shizrib when she bare him. And Judah took, now listen now, and Judah took a wife for Er his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. So this Tamar here is not David's daughter. It is the daughter of Er, who was Judah's firstborn. So it is easy to remember. Just remember that this Tamar was the firstborn of Judah's son, Er. Do you get that? Do you get that? When if you answer me, no man, type in the chat, no man, let me know if you understand me, no man. Understand me, no man. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Do you understand? Jill says she got it. Journey says yes. All right, since Jennifer asked a question about that is why a lot of men end up with the big A, yeah, just wanting to release their tension of agony and don't try to ask no question. Let's go to Jennifer asked a question, so let me clear that up before we go. About the next Tamar, so that when you see them again, you have to know which is which, right? So 2 Samuel chapter 13. Second Samuel 13. Lorna, okay, all right, my people are learning, the people are learning, and that is so good that the people are learning. All right. It's so much story, you know, but I just want you to go to 2 Samuel 13. I can't read off all of this thing here this morning, right? But just want you to know that it's a different Tamar. So I'm answering. Oh, Jennifer, understand. It's a different Tamar. So just want you to read about the different Tamar. You can go to 2 Samuel 13. It's a long story, but it's an intriguing story. Love the story of it. Another plot again, another trap, another boy, may I tell you. When you read some of them something here, Ines said they are not interested in that. I got pregnant at a tender age and never know the man name. But Father Jesus, here this a story. The Ines, how you not fi ask the man, how you not know a man name? Alright, hold on. Before you answer me, let me ask you the question. Was it a situation where you were raped or you have an idea but you're young and naive and never understand what you was doing? And know what the man just say love you and he want it and you just give him or what? Type make me understand. Or if you want to call in, where my phone for calling? If you want to call, hold on, let me look for the calling phone. If you want to call in and shed a little light on your story, don't be ashamed, man. Listen to me. We are not ashamed of our past, you know. We love it. So we come here and we share it. Oh, you know about the story about Tamar and Ammon. All right. But what happened, you know, it's the same name, but at different Tamar. It's two different Tamar. This Tamar now too, she was raped too and all of them. So it's a lovely story, but I can't go into all of that now. Inez, that's such sad situation. Listen what Inez is saying. She didn't even know the man name. The Inez, back to you here, so Inez girl. Boy, me tell you some we on the live and we have some story, boy. What this is you see why them not understand why we have to give God praise. So Inez, but why if you tell me, so what happened at the end of the day? Did you ever find back the man? Did the man ever own the child? Type in the chat. Yeah, that Tamar was David's daughter. Inez, are you there? Waiting on the answer. Inez, have you seen back the man and did the man own the child or what happened, man? We want to hear the story, man. The story sound interesting, Inez. Sha. But I came call that name there now. I never know what type of language that is. All me have to say good morning to you. Inez, are you there? Some men go by alias. You don't know their real name. I have some girls in my community who goes to the dead yard and got trapped. What? Yeah, that's King David daughter. That's a different Tamar from the Tamar of Judah. I want you to leave here and this morning, remember that. The two Tamar that we're talking about is two different Tamar. The Tamar that we just talked about, her father-in-law went into her, thought her was an all of that, is the daughter of his first child, named that was Ehar. This other Tamar now that got raped was David's daughter. So our own brother, we'll talk about it another time. Time is catching up on us now. I'm waiting on Inez, you know, man. Let me see if I find Inez, yeah. I want to hear Inez's story. I'm looking for Ines. Hold on, let me see if I find her. You know, me that's a Florid from the other day on the live. Florid, you must let me know if you're there. I wonder if anything happened to her. Yeah, Lana Ainley said that King David daughter and son, yeah, they got pregnant from them and cannot tell their real name. So they end up giving their children the wrong name. A lot of we have wrong name. A lot of us have wrong name. Let me just share it. I want my daughter and the Bex with me for say this now. Me have a child where the father name when we learned, listen, this a mix up story I know. Let me end with this. No, me not bother say it because she will vex with me. I said, Mommy, where you going to talk that from? But some of us get trapped in some of them same something here where we not know. The man say him in name one name. His mother give him one name, we are not that the name because the mother did a try hide the name from the, because she did go, they go have extramarital affair and she have to hide the name, so she end up give her fear made the name. Oh, give you the number. Ines, you not have a number? 345 327 6123. That's a WhatsApp number. Add it to the WhatsApp and call by WhatsApp. 345. I don't know if maybe you need to put the one before it. Yes, because you're not here. Put the one before it. 1345 327 6123. Yes, the whole heap of some mix up back all them people that all you hear when you're born. I know of a situation where the mother have 2 children and she never did go register the first one. And you see when she go and register the 2 of them, she just register them one time like that. Then I said then the people when I work at the post office at them time there or wherever. Or wherever them did work. I'll turn up this thing. Them never know so if one pick the big and one, it can't be the same age. It can't be the same age. So she put 1 for 1 and 1 for 1. Then guess what now? The one where younger end up get the old one date of birth. Put it on credit. All right, Ines. Here one. You see we're gonna come on later in the night? Because my time is almost ending now and I have some things to do. So it's going to be very interesting later. If I call on the credit, I don't use the phone and direct call. I never know what I do with the SIM card. It seems like me lost the SIM card too. So I'm going to have to go back to the network and get a replacement chip for the number. So if you call me straight, you won't get me on the number because I lost the SIM card. I took it out of the phone when I was going to Jamaica and put a Jamaica chip in the phone. When I came back, I can't find the SIM card either. So I'm going to have to change and get a new SIM card and put the WhatsApp to the new SIM card. Maybe that's what I may have to do. But if I go to the network, then I can tell them to replace the number. They will replace it. I'm going to have to pay for them to replace it too. So what I'm saying here in my closing, I want to improve the channel. Um, like really fixing a nice little studio and get a monitor up and so that there's some of the teachings that I want to get the place so I can stand up, move around, get my thing more, more now that we are getting bigger and bigger. Our channel is growing. We want to improve. But all of that come with a cost. So even though I come and I said I'm not teaching for nothing, whatever you have as a contribution, you can send it like we can make the thing more better. It's for me and it's for you and it's for God's glory. All right? So that's, you see, I make Jill put in the you can take that information and you can message me on WhatsApp. All right? So we're going to stop here for this morning because oh, what a morning. Oh my God, what a stories. You know, so I love me not even done tell every time we come every done this story now done and that story now done. What an intriguing story. You know, you can make the Bible be such fun, but it's the way how we do it. If every day we just come and just make it sound like it's a burden, you know, when you make it be a burden, but when we interact and we can make a little laughter out of it and a little thing, it's so refreshing, it's so different, you know? It's so different. It's like when we read the story now about Leah and we make it like, you know, dramatic and all of those stuff. It actually stays with you more better. All right, she's calling. All right, Inez is calling, so we're accepting Inez call.
I have your number, man, but I did want everybody to hear the story.
But everybody on the live are gonna hear the story, man. Me still live. Right. Me still live on YouTube, you know.
Okay, let me start. It was Christmas holiday, and you know, told man I come up a country with their friend.
Yeah.
We come down.
Yes.
So I remember I went up over my heart and I see one pretty man calling from over the other side. I said, "You coming to dance later?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Yes." So it was Christmas and we were well behaved and if we want to go to a little dance, I look for my mother. Would not reject. And then what I realized now, mother should never do that to their daughter. No make your daughter left your yard, go to boat, ever go to dance.
Oh.
So what happened to this girl spend is the same thing when I hear the story says she should never have lower daughter to leave her yard, boat to go on a party or whatever.
True, man. True. Yes.
So my dear, when I went to the dance now, and I went into the dance, pay me fear going to the dance, there was this pretty man. The first member saw a man good looking so from my part. Indian. Indian descent.
Yes.
I just mentioned at the dance and don't even get a little dance. The little man just come over me and said, "Let's go for a walk." Me let with me for self now. Come out of the dance, went for a walk with the man.
Wow.
When we look, dance mash up and everybody running home. So when we went back down to the dance now, all my little friend then left me because dance mash up to every man have to take with themselves.
Whoa.
Running all different direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I was left there now with no company to go home, and the guys from the district who know me, from different districts who know me, they get around and said, "Come, let me take you home."
Mm-hmm.
And the little man said, "No." And then we my mind on me say, "Me know them a boy, yeah, but we can't trust them. If they don't take me home, the world them might rip me off."
Oh.
So me can't go. I was between a rock and a hard place.
Yes.
Me say, I can't go with them.
Mm-hmm.
So the little man said, "Come with me." And the people them that we went, he came to spend the time with. They say yes. They consent for him to take me with him.
Oh.
Rather than me going with all the whole farm and walk carry me home.
We see your point.
So we go with the little man, and when everybody gone outside, me and the veranda, you know what happened from this up.
Oh my gosh.
So me sleep there the night, and when daylight now, we wake up and they decide, say, I'm going to look for the man. I'm bad town, bad boy, you know, Marvel come from.
Uh-uh.
Him decide, say, I'm going to look for the man, no mash up the dance, we beat him up. So we walk up the road and then I branch after my yard. If they want me to come and go to get me, if they go with them, maybe blankets, me and kill me. So I branch off and gone to my yard. Never ever asked the man what is his name. The man was so good looking up, pretty like Judah and Nong, never tell me them there's something.
Yeah.
They look at the handsome, they stand man.
Yes, yes, yes. You see how a story can line up with some of these things?
So, may I tell you, my dear child, so my dear child, it's a good thing, sir. The people that he came with, I know them.
Mm-hmm.
So the man, he went to look for the man and took the man one thumb in the man eye.
Wow.
And then run God and the man have to seek medical attention.
Wow.
Anyway, when I find out I was pregnant now, may have to go tell the people them who bring him to country.
Mm-hmm.
So the woman said to me, say, he was along with her daughter.
Oh, what is now?
But because he bad, the daughter leave him and take his cousin. So they were still good friends, you know.
Wow.
They were still good friends.
Weird is a story, yeah.
So I asked her for his address and she gave me his address. So I write the man. I know so the man answer back and tell me his name and everything. And said, oh, I'm out of a job. Well, no broken English, you know. I'm out of a job and so and so and so and so. And I wanted to come and spend the weekend with me. My mother said, no. Anyway, the man never answer back him, never write him, never. I'm write him, not answer. The only good thing him do is set him name from him. When the baby born now, my mother not working. You picnic, you have to picnic. This is a man who did the funny side did like me long time when me never wouldn't talk to all them lady at Monday.
Mm-hmm.
The man just a chance for European, you know. And me never have no chance for me. You want help with the picnic?
Me know them story there, sister. You don't have to tell me that.
So the man European, and we did the one, but a woman beat her.
God have mercy, you know.
Everybody didn't know my story. How me come to get pregnant and whatever. But everybody know the story. So one day my mother sent me to shop and the man see me come and the man grab me. And say, oh, you have your talk, say, the baby enough for me. Because I tell people, say, baby, a female.
Mm-hmm.
He said, oh, you have your tell people, say, the baby enough for me. And me said to the man, but me not have to tell people that hey, everybody know the story. And the man draw me down and give me so leak in my head with piece of thick.
How we have to honest?
I never believe the man could answer that. I didn't do anything wrong. Everybody know the story about baby. The man nearly killed me with leak. And I have to make this, do me want the help for the little baby. I have to go on with this man, go on with this man, go on until the man is, all right, the right father come now.
Oh, so all on the one from the country now where you write the letter, him end up come now.
I told him come from man. He end up come now. He come to look for the people them who was just going to look for.
Yes.
Holiday time again.
Mm-hmm.
So he came now to look for the baby. Not even a red cent.
Mm-mm.
The man came and he scrutinized the baby. So the Hamza did the countryman come down too. So they told them book up. Argument started now.
God have mercy.
The country, but we are not the countryman. The countryman draw cut list and no man knows some man fool. Countryman draw cut list. And the third man said, boy, this child is mine. Look at the hair. Look at the hair. And after the man left and don't give me a red cent, seven not working, but he's going to do an interview for a job. And he will send some money come up to this day, me not get that the money there yet. And how me write him, no answer. Him never return. Now so me have to continue with the full country, man. And get some lick. He don't go on and go on so till me get pregnant with him. And don't know 4 minutes of fool.
Lord have mercy. Me think
So
I
when I
did me
get
one.
pregnant for him again, that in a family young ladies, two people me go end up with now.
Mm-hmm.
And he want me to come here to go and live with him. And I said, if you don't live with him, they there, but they, no, sir, me little pick me little pick to live with, but me was a young child. Now have no business on them or something. Never mind how he look into me. So I refuse to go and live with him. Rent a room, I refuse to go and live with him. So because I refuse to go and live with him, it take on me baby. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Came going yard. And I said, boy, regards of that, me not going. So when I want to see my baby, I have to go to the yard. I'm on the way to the police station. And the police said, me have to come. Police said, me have to come,
Whoa.
And I said, them the man, they look like them gonna kill somebody. Me? Well, me not go for me friend, the man kill me. Now my youngest, me should not go to all them something there.
I true, man. I true.
Yeah. So it's a half that the other child born now. So I have the other child was about 5 months now. Mm-hmm. But I want him with him, in my picnic. I'm gonna walk all over the Jamaica if he say I want picnic, walk all over Jamaica if I find a picnic for mine. That was the only good thing about it. So one night, me go to my bed, the time that child was 5, I get some lick. One time, my told me about this when me pregnant, the man give me one time, me drop a ground.
Oh my God.
Like me dead.
You serious?
Me lie down like me dead. Yes, that time me pregnant, me lie down like me dead. So when me see me, I hope me high and see who come looking at me, me crowd gather. So when me see one more time, I say, man, no, me no, go tell me mother, no, me have to get up. I know, so the man go tell me mother. And then now, I went to a lady house, because me afraid to go down here, my mouth swell, me afraid to go to my mother, see my mouth. I went to the woman and stayed it till night before me go down.
No, me
when
not.
we reach home, my mother hear this story a long time.
Lord have mercy.
I get some lick. And one time he said he was a farmer, I said, you know something? He must have cook food for a give my bush. And I said, why? The only reason to get rid of this, I'm going to pies him, And I go back and I said, no, if I pies him, then I'm going to say I'm dead. And I prison me God. That's why when you think you kill people, they people you think about people. You have to think about what can happen. And they must not say it's you.
Yeah, them I know you. Them I know you.
Let me say if I pies him, then why not say me? And I prison me God.
Yes.
All right. So when the child was 5 months old, I was in my bed, and he come and calling me out of my bed. Me say, I got to my bed and me now come out. And he get furious and turn away and send a message to me. I said, don't let me catch me on the road.
What?
And what he going to do? So I said to myself, if I go on the road and he catch me, I know I can get that boy. I can't afford to go kill no man because right now, my weapon never care to kill him. And I can't afford to kill him and go to prison. And I now go so long and make him kill me. You understand?
Yeah.
So my mother said, pack me your bag and go to sit near it at her aunt.
Oh.
My aunt, and no say me come, but you never have.
Me know, man. You know, not phone or nothing. Yeah.
Right, so I have to pack my bag, go to one place, which part in Castle when I pass, take a bus, go reverse there, take the bus and go to KD and hope they with my hand here now. When you come down here, you say me go and nail him mad. And do everything for me come back. I feel like them the two people there,
Wow.
But they could never find myself this way.
Yeah.
Now my hunting now. I'm gonna just have a party. My husband was one lady, did leave 2 picnic and I'm gonna find and that. So I come to the picnic them. And then they come there now. And boy, every day she cuss and she talk. And she cuss and she talk over people she have to feed. And this and that and all sort of story. And she have a best friend and she would tell the best friend a lot of things. And the best friend tell about her sister who them never agree and me hear back everything what she said. So I wasn't comfortable. Her daughter, when the daughter cooked, she said, boy, nobody now get none. I mean, no, say me she talk. And normally, I really treat them, and me would never treat strangers so. If me have to give stranger food, little food, I would never treat them that way. And me and them are relatives and then we never give little food them. First and them murmur, me say, boy, I can't understand, you know. And me just say, where am I going to go? When I was 13, you know, a man came to the district to go spend time again when I was 13 and the man said, me like you know. And
but you know, what I know, me have to make you come back with the rest of the story later, you know, because me run late now.
What's that? 5 minutes of the cut this shop because later I might get a chance. People writing at the shop and them husband around this one here and all this. But that's the house right now.
Yeah, all
so
right.
Me say the man, when me after me have the 2 children, the man they send a message to me and send all place and if he come still and me say me could go to the shop. And so me run upon the man and me say, no, the man they me go down there, you know. And me think I said then people going away the man again after me beat him and say but me say me now have no choice that maybe me don't feel comfortable but they around my relatives and what treat me so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you, there's a father up above. God stepped right in the middle. God stepped right in the middle. And me just feel look up I to my cousin. But look for my cousin. God put in me to go look for my cousin up I. And as we step on our veranda, so this is the Lord said me, you know, because I supposed to go to hospital, I go have baby, and nobody is still the children. I said, for me, that never come. So God said, you can say it for me, and we just say yes like that. And I went back to tell them, so I'm going to try again to stay with my cousin house. And I went to my cousin house, and when I was there, I helped her say, she know one lady wanted somebody to work, I didn't want a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you take the job? I said that to ask my cousin if I can stay. And I asked my cousin, and she said, I can see me get the job with me there and I look. But I just going to go stay with the people. And I did this so, it happened so that my cousin husband is a pastor. And they right in a pastor house, they treat me good, and I get the little work, and they right there until me baptized. Who could it be but Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
Who could it be?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
And the man never sent me for the pick me. When they picked me at 27 years, I come at home and live. I married and come at home and live. And the girl reached 27 years. Me and I really go argument and she said, I want to know me father. And I said, go to my mom and go look for him. So, he did migrate. So she went to mom and give her the name. And so when she went, her grandmother died, but she found a uncle. And the uncle linked her up to the father, and the father and call and the father come out, go look for her.
Wow.
And so when she had 27, you know, him go look for him, you know. And him accept her at 27 years and they start to correspond and everything. So he must send for her up there. She went up there to work with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then she eventually just sick and died. She had the sickness and another long story. So she has several children.
Mm-hmm.
And him and the children, them live good and correspond and him try to help them the best way he can.
Yeah. Well, all right, Ines. Thanks.
It was not the funeral.
I have to cut you now because I have to go.
Yeah,
we will talk again. And I really appreciate you calling in and sharing your story. Your story is so intriguing, just like the stories in the Bible. So we wish you all the best and have a good day, Ines. Love you.
You too. Everybody, I wish you all the best for the day.
All right.
Beyond.
Yeah. All right, baby. Good.
Okay.
Yes, my people. Now I get all brought and all kind of something over this morning here. Oh my God. What a morning it was. I from Australia. Good morning. Good night. What a Friday morning this was. This was such an intriguing live on this morning. Guys, my heart is overflowing with joy. I just want you all to have a wonderful day. Take care, be vigilant, you know. And if it's the will of the Lord, we will be back on later. Very good. It was very awesome. I love Ina's story, man. It lined up with Tamar. It lined up with the Tamars. Maybe tonight we can actually brief it, but we're going to have an intriguing night tonight too. Invite somebody to come over to the channel. Yeah, and we're going to have a lovely time on. God bless you until I see you again. Bye, guys. Bye all the first timers and the new subscribers. Welcome.